Okay, good evening everyone. You can see that Uncle Raymond haven't shaved for a while. 因为赵璇跟贝坤，我最近要拍一个5单小说 ，OK， 太极张张风，所以我要留那个胡须啊，海通不要笑 ，OK， 因为我只能留这边，上面不可以留了，这边空空的。赵璇 ，Why you so serious? Are you there? 赵璇 ，Are you okay? 赵璇 ，Are you okay?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thanks. Because you're so serious today.
The teacher, sorry 啊，我的妈妈在外面 ，then 她没有给我 send 一个 code 啊，老师你 muted 啊，你 muted，听
Oh, sorry, because my colleague was calling me just now. Don't worry, next time you WhatsApp me.
okay.
You WhatsApp me, Uncle Raymond, what is the code for this one? So it's okay. So
Okay.
this is the one. Yang Xiang, please take your textbook to page 269. So we are talking about this one, and then I'm going to go through with Qiao Xing homework first.
Okay, I'll take my book.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. Okay, then let's go. Okay, let's go through our Qiao Xing. Why cultures, entertainment, food, fashions, values, and religions has causes and impacts and consequences to Singapore society, right? Now let's go to this one here. Carry on, Chelsea. Can you read to the class? Then Uncle will explain.
Modern-day Singapore is a mix of different races and religion. This is due to the integration of immigrants into society, where they are able to retain their unique identities and forge a common ground with the group already living in Singapore. As a result, the government has to cater to the different groups of Singaporeans. All the laws passed down would have to be considered thoroughly and ensured that the laws will not affect any community in Singapore. The Singapore government had set up the Presidential Council of Minority Rights. This council would safeguard to ensure that the laws passed by the parliament do not discriminate against any racial or religious community in Singapore.
Well done. If you are to talk about the Presidential Councils of Minority Rights, the marker will know that you understand the concept of this, because this is a very important Haitong. Right now, all of you it's super important, because this Presidential Council is actually like they pardon certain group of people. I recently got this Indian guy who is a drug addict, not drug addict, drug traffickers, and he was about to sentence, but he's from Malaysia. Because he's an Indian, people might mistaken that Indian and Malays are not important or things like that. So it's very, very sensitive. So even though that guy is from Malaysia, for what Uncle Raymond view is that we take all race, whether you're from foreigners or Singapore, as long as you did something wrong, okay, we will abide by the law. But I like this part here where you mentioned that right now, fought a common ground. You know what's the meaning of fought? 就是同甘共进 together as one. Okay, that's a very good word to use. And also that you must know that to cater to the different groups, not only one group. 哦，记得要调整 different groups. Then you have to put the bracket 啊，记住啊 social study is very very sensitive 啊。So 赵璇，你 say 我跟他们讲 ，then 我就会问你他们是谁？他们是我爷爷还是你爷爷还是他爷爷？所以你要讲得很清楚。他们就是说，就是打个比方说，就是华人的种族，马来同胞的种族。So in English you say, oh, this is a Chinese community, this is a Malay community. 明白吗，海东 ？OK， 所以记住啊 ，when you put different group 啊，你不要只是单单 like very how you say very generic 啊。Okay, 星辰 everyone turn on your camera. Can you please turn on your camera and show your face? Thank you. Okay, so then you don't put this every laws. What kind of laws are we talking about? Very generic, Chelsea. So you must thank you, Xing Chen. So you must say all the laws passed. But then you mentioned about this one here. Okay? Ensure that the laws, you cannot put it no. Don't ever put the it in your social study, okay? It's very ambiguous. You know the meaning of ambiguous, right? 很模糊啊, very ambiguous. It does not help the government to protect the citizen. It sounds very, it sounds like it, 什么东西是 it. You must say the laws, or maybe the skill future, or maybe you say the what Internal Security Act, or you can say the CPF does not, or something like that. Don't use the word it. 贝坤，你跑去哪里？你不要走嘞。Okay, so take note of that. So 乔生，你明白吗？好 ，so modern days of Singapore is a mixed races and religions. This is what I want to see, not like different groups. Your different groups, can you tell me what kind of groups? So you don't need to give all, sorry, Chelsea. In Singapore, there are so many groups. You are not going to give all the 26 groups. The last count was 26 group. Okay, listen carefully here. The 4 languages, Malay, English, Chinese, Malay, English, Chinese, and Eurasian, that's more. And then you got Eurasian, got Paranakans, got Vietnamese, got Indians, got Chinese from China and Taiwan and Hong Kong, Indonesia, Myanmar, Malaysia, 你看很多哦，所以你不用讲这么多，你只是打个 the most 海通 the 4 major group in Singapore 就是 the 4 group， 你明白吗 ？Right? Sometimes you want to do the reciting of pledge, right? We the citizen, then sometimes Malay, sometimes Chinese， 是吗？我们是新加坡公民，团结一致 ，right? So remember, when you talk about different groups, just mention the 4 major groups. Okay, the 4 major groups consist of 2 minority groups, which is the Malay and the Indians. So the law passed by the parliament do not discriminate against any race or religious community in Singapore. But you did not link back. Therefore, okay, Chelsea, you must put that. Therefore, okay, it is important that race and values has an impact in Singapore society. 你明白吗 Chelsea? 你要 link back to the questions, okay? Right, okay, let's go. Chelsea?
Due to the different backgrounds of Singaporeans, entertainment is different from other countries. In Singapore, cable television would have many different channels broadcasting shows in different languages. Channels like Channel U, Saria, and
Surya,
yeah. Surya and so on.
Wait, sorry. When I also pronounce Saria, my Malay say, Mr. Xiong, you say you boleh cakap Malay, tak ada Surya lah apa. Sorry,你们拍谁？Surya， 不是你哦，我那时也是 pronounce 错 ，OK， Surya
and so on broadcast shows in Mandarin, Malay, or Tamil. This is not seen in many other countries like China or the United States of America. This ensures that Singaporeans would have access to entertainment that they can understand and enjoy. This is a result of the many different cultures and races found in Singapore.
I like the way you said that. 你真的很胆呢。You are very brave to put China and United States. Confirm no? You confirm 了 China 没有别的 language 吗 You very confirm? You agree 了 贝坤 You agree with what 乔欣 say? You agree 了海彤你从中国来过哈中国有没有别的播到好像播映华文的节目好像英文啊法国这些有吗还是其他的好像种族的语言有吗海彤 Serious 有哦okay Chelsea it's okay to make the mistake don't get angry and sad and angry with me or anything but it's a good one no okay Anyone from US? US also got a lot of languages, but guys, it's a paid program. You know the Netflix, right? Netflix also got Squid Game in Squid Game. Netflix also got other languages. 最近我看那个韩战的 Cold War 香港的警察故事 ，you know the Hong Kong 冷战还是韩战 ？Okay, it's called Cold War, but it's speak in Cantonese. Okay, it's also from Netflix. So we know that Netflix is actually a US TV program. They say, wait, Uncle Raymond, what got to do with this broadcast? In fact, Chao Sing brought this a very, very important aspect. I'm telling you, when I look at this, I want to discuss this. Let's discuss. Sorry for my handwriting, because I'm using the tablet. I told you before, I wrote on the tablet there and mark. Chao Sing, well done. You see, before that, before your parents or whoever come to Singapore at that time, in the 70s, okay, they showed Hong Kong drama in Cantonese, 晚中人. Some of your parents will know, who stay in Singapore long. And they use Cantonese. And that was the last Hong Kong drama that speak in Cantonese. Then in the 70s, got Wang Sa Ye Feng. They speak in Teochew, Cantonese, and Hokkien. But after that, Yang Xiang, slowly, surely, and definitely, Lee Kuan Yew decided to say, no, we have to take away all the dialects. Okay? 被困很惨哦。所以每个人就要学华语。OK， 学华语。可是你懂我讲什么吗？我讲抓几。You know what 抓几呢？讲钱啊。In Hokkien 是抓几是钱 ，OK。But that is where very sad, for my generation, you can ask your parents who are staying here longer. Some of your parents are Singaporean, you know. In the 80s or 70s, we only got 3 channels, 3 or 4 channels. Very pathetic. Listen, Channel 5, Channel 8, and then Surya, and the Tamil one share with the Chinese. I think in the early 80s or 70s. Slowly in the 1983, 84, 85, slowly they add in one more channel. Channel News Asia, if you heard that, it was somewhere in the 90s. All right, then later they got U Channel. 现在有 U Channel, 还有一个什么 I Channel, but I Channel was not popular, then they were took down. So slowly the StarHub came in to have more paid channel. Now all this is to give them a flavor. Listen, a flavor for Singapore diversified, diverse society. Why? Because in the 70s, 80s, there's no influx of foreigners, so many. Get it? So when the foreigners came to Singapore in the 90s, slowly, surely, especially 1997, there was a lot of Hong Kongers came to Singapore. You know why? You know why? They're so scared that 你不懂啊？你懂我为什么吗？海童，每个人那个来新加坡炒那个地产the property was so hot. Everyone say that after China took over, you become communist, you worry, or all go to Canada, different parts of the world. Those who have faith in the country stay on, right? So they came to Singapore, they start to invest a lot of things. So this is the opportunity, guys, that the other MNC comes to Singapore and share this, all the channels and everything. So StarHub came in, then later got M1, but of course, StarHub is the one booming. They have different channels to showcase. And this way, when you buy the box, not every family can have a StarHub box to watch different channels from different parts of the world. This is the eye-opener. So what Chao Sing mentioned, okay, when you have all this in Malay and Tamil, actually you should add in, there are more internet features. Now you can watch China drama, Hong Kong drama, whatever, Korean drama, Japanese drama, all from a box or even in the apps on YouTube. This is important, especially now in Singapore. It's a cosmopolitan country with different languages. And you know what? Because some of them are from their country, they want to know what happened in their country. They like to watch their own drama on their country. I mean, seriously, nobody wants to watch Singapore drama. Who cares? So, like, 海通，你懂谁是成吉思汗吗？懂吗？赵先，懂谁是成吉思汗吗？不懂哦，他是我表哥来的，他很厉害哦，海东。笑什么笑，海东？他是我表哥来的。他本来是要把江山给我，说不要了，大哥不要了，你自己收。成吉思汗 is the Mongolia one of the biggest conqueror. He conquered 3 continents, that big. Then that day, my son, Chao Sing, my son was watching a lot of Genghis Khan. Say, wow, daddy. Genghis Khan controlled 3 continents, the African continent, the Asian continent, and the Europe continent. can I watch the movie? Guess what, Chelsea? I search it. Then I play on YouTube. Then listen, starting the hospital, boom, boom, boom. Then got read the subtitle. 郑木俊, where are you going? English subtitle. Then Zhao Xuan asked me, Daddy, what language is he speaking? I say Mongolian. Oh, how you know? Oh, because English subtitles here. I say, you get a joke, Yang Xiang. You know a certain movie, it's better to use your own language to talk. Agree not, Yang Xiang? Like for example, if you talk about 二战你叫日本人跟中国拍戏，就是打二战，好像南京大屠杀。你找那个日本人讲华文牛头不对马嘴耶，很怪我跟你讲，你们全部都要死。Very weird I'm not going to say, I'm not going to say, Bonsai. You know what is Bonsai 你听过 Bonsai 吗？你喝水喝了不要退出来Bonsai 就是in 福建话是什么？杨香？
大便。
跟你讲是真的有这个字你懂吗？乔欣，你喝 before 你懂什么意思吗？在日本 Bonsai 是什么意思？你懂吗？听不到 ？Sorry，
like pass motion。
不是，日本人他们打赢中国的时候他们的手就叫日本 Bonsai。就是日本大便。So what happened? The Japanese came to Singapore. Everyone had to queue out and say 日本 Bonsai。可是这边不可以讲粗话杨香，我很 fed up 海通。So 那个走狗就跟日本人讲，苏密马塞，他说你们日本人大便，其实 Bonsai 是日本万岁，日本万岁。好选不选杨香，他选 Bonsai， 幸亏没有 Bonsai 半酒It's true You go and Google now, you type Bonzai, okay? 日本 Bonsai, Bonzai 是万岁万岁万岁，你懂吗？在那个秦朝的时候注意到okay, 皇上万岁万岁。So I don't know why they choose the word Bonsai. You see, the languages itself makes a difference. It was a mockery when the Japanese attacked Singapore that time, and all the Singaporeans, 日本 Bonsai Bonsai。So they are so happy walking around and say, wow, they all praise us. Actually, the 走狗那个走狗也是新加所谓的华人出卖我们华人的同胞。Okay, it's very sad You know what I know Yang Xiang? Of course, I was not born in that era, right? My grandfather and my father was at that period of time. They share with me this. That is the first-hand information. 我外公是从莆田中国莆田漂洋过海来到新加坡 ，OK， 所以这个是真正的，这个不可能骗你们的。他的脚车店在新加坡给日本人充公掉，不然现在我可能是富三代了，唉，不要讲算了 ，OK。So guys, listen well done Xiao Xing is very good, but you miss out one very important thing. You should say that in fact now today we write down you know what's the difference between social media and mass media? Can you write the difference now? Social media and mass media. 海彤你懂什么 ？What's the difference 吗？
Don't know.
等一下等一下 ，Uncle type 给你星辰 ，You know what's the difference? 星辰 always unmute 星辰。乔欣。乔欣 you and 星辰 are from the same school. Do you know now? Have you seen his face now? See his face星辰 don't 乔欣 don't tell me 星辰 saying you are very naughty boy one. You always bully him one. Okay, he can't hear.
Jing Chen and I are like Chinese classmates.
Oh. 海通，我是不打自招自己打自己的脸。Okay, social medias right now, we are talking about Instagram, Facebook, right? 星辰 Okay, but can you turn on your camera, Xingchen? So social media, we are talking about Instagram, Facebook, internet, okay? Now mass media, we are talking about TV programs, okay? Zhao Xuan and Bei Kun. Okay, we are talking about newspaper, During World War II, we are using mass media like propaganda. Okay, mass media will be talking about radio, right now, radio, TV, facts. You know facts, you know facts, FAX. 华语叫什么啊？华语叫什么字啊？ Are you okay? You having a fever 啊？赵璇 Are you okay? No okay, okay. But who cares if you have fever also must study. Okay, so 海彤明白吗 ？Facts, FAX 啊。华语我叫什么我忘记了 ？Facts, TV, newspaper, and radio. Okay, so there's a big difference. So Qiao Xing, take note of this. Okay, so the bigger difference is that now we are using social media platform more to communicate in terms of this one, the differences here. So entertainments, this is under the entertainment side. We are using the kind of movies to portray. We even use the AI's cartoons to do the what you call the COVID-19's mass social media and mass media. Okay, next one.
In restaurants, owners have to undergo rigorous checks to be able to obtain a halal certificate. This certificate signifies that the restaurant sell halal food and our Muslim friends would be able to eat there without much worries. Furthermore, we rarely see big or very loud advertisements displaying beef or pork very prominently. This is done as the Buddhists and Muslims are not allowed to eat those meats. This is done as a result of understanding for these communities in Singapore.
Thank you. So the communities and communities you spell wrongly. Okay, but let me explain to you, Haitong, because you are quite new to Singapore cultures. You don't say Muslim, nothing wrong. Children, this is very sensitive. It's nothing wrong to say Muslim friend to eat in a halal restaurant. Okay, wait. Muslim friends, sometimes in Singapore, okay, I'm not, 你懂, 杨相，你懂马来当他们 fasting 的时候是不可以吃东西，对不对？ Right? But sometimes you see your Malay friend eat, right, during fasting month, right? Yeah? And then you see sometimes the Malay girl, they eat during fasting month. You know why, Haitong?
Period, 对不对？
Yes, 对了. Okay, 3 things that the girls can eat during fasting month. This is that's important to share this. First, is period. Second is pregnant. And third, they are sick. Okay? But sometimes when they have period or sick, but period, if I'm not mistaken, is they have to break fast because it's like very unclean. I may be wrong. But pregnant, sometimes they are advised to eat a bit, but they can pay back. Haitong. So if they can pay back means after their period over, they can fast for that 7 days to repay back. Haitong. Hello, Haitong, are you there? Hello, Haitong. Now that's the purpose. It's good that I can see your face, but I think I don't freeze. I want to repeat again. Hello, Haitong, are you there? Can you unmute
Yes,
yourself?
I disconnected just now.
Okay, so you remember like what Yang Xiang mentioned just now, the woman don't fast is because 他们有来那个月经还是怀孕还是他们生病. But usually when you're having period is they will break fast. So I think they have to repay back the 7 days or 10 days. Okay, 就是说好像我现在这个 month fasting, then next time we'll pay back. Okay, right. There are some old people and children, they have to fast for 30 days. Then they enjoy their Muslim New Year. So why I say Muslim friends here instead of customer, different. Qiao Xing. Customer and patrons is people who go in and eat. 听清楚 When you go to a restaurant, it's customers and patrons to eat inside. Friends may not necessarily want to eat a restaurant. Now, very serious, I don't. You must have a halal cert outside. You know what's halal cert, right? A certificate to show Arabic to say that this restaurant do not use lark, L-A-R-K or pork. 用猪油去煮。他们杀的鸡也是有 pray 过的. So this is very strict one. But to be honest, Qiao Xing, I don't know you all have Malay friends. Some Malay friends don't bother. It's not saying don't care. Don't bother means that they still follow the Muslim Islamic rules, but they still able to eat. Let's say like Qiao Xing say, hey, come, hey bro, let's go and eat this restaurant. some of your Muslim friends will say, is it halal? If you say yes, then they will become the customer. But if it's not halal, they will not go in to eat. So it's a different 明白吗？海彤。所以你要写 customer， 因为 friends 不一定他们 OK 的，明白吗？赵轩跟贝坤。I believe you have some Malay friends that are okay to eat with you, even though 好像鸡饭是当然有那油，可是没有猪油吗？可是那个鸡油，可是他们还是在跟你一起吃，好像吃米香、吃米萝卜对吗？杨香对不对？ Some 米香 and 米萝卜 are made in Chinese but they cannot eat one. They are very strict one, must be halal cert. That's why they call Muslim customer. 明白吗 ？Strictly for it. 哦，你不信你可以问你的 Malay friend。OK，seriously 海通now 你懂哦？明白哦，这个是很重要哦。而且他们 fasting 的时候，不要在他们的面前吃东西呀，not nice lah. You don't like that. You want? Oh, you cannot eat, oh. Sorry. You want to drink? Oh, cannot drink. Oh, I'm sorry. GG. Don't do that, okay? So it's best that maybe y'all can, if you have Muslim friends, when they are coming for your Hari Raya celebration, get some cookies and make sure all the cookies are halal certified. So really thanks to Chao Sing, you really bring in all this. If you all don't write this, I may not be able everything I know I can share with you. There are 1001 things in social study. Okay, so 海通 very white 老师没有教你在这些东西这个不只是乔欣在讲在课餐the classroom this is in real life Because one day 海通 you might be one of the director to go to Saudi Arabia, Middle East. You need to know their culture. Remember here, we're talking about the cultures that influence the foods, the habits, the way they live in. Okay, so what does it mean by food? So I know after that I think it should be communities, but is there such a word? But it's not really popular to use on that. All right, just to give you. I like this. This is done as a Buddhist and Muslim are not allowed to eat those meats, beef and pork. Yeah, 真的很 sensitive 的。You don't look at the Indians. Maybe then you look at Indian. I thought Indian cannot eat beef, right? I don't correct 因为印度人。Then he tell you, sorry, why Yang Xiang, why the Indian can eat beef?
I don't know.
Okay, no, he said not sure. Don't say I don't know. I'm not sure. Okay. Bei Kun, why?
They may not be like Muslims.
Hello, Indian. Oh, okay. Indian is not Muslim. Indian can be Muslim, Haitong. They are not Hindu. Hindu cannot eat beef. Okay? Because they are Christian. 就是为什么印度人不可以 Christian 咩 But 99% of the Muslim, the Malays, they are Muslim. Okay? But then suddenly you saw a Malay in Singapore. Okay? Then 赵学我要一个小笼包。那小笼包有猪肉的嘞。You sure you can eat not? Some they don't mind. 真的赵学我没有骗你。By right, is not supposed to eat one, cannot eat at all. Then during the fasting month, got some Muslim in the hawker center, they eat that. Then they got a group of Muslims say, hey, apa ini? Why you are eating? Now you're fasting month, you're not supposed to eat, and you still eat in the public. And then the other group say, hey, it's none of your business. We are all Muslim. Okay, I answer to my God. See, when I'm talking to you this, I also must be very careful in choosing my words. Because I have wanted of my relative are Muslim. You get me now? So I make sure I know my homework well before I say these type of things. Then you say, funny, how come Singapore Malay Muslim eat already 没有罚款的嘞？可是在 Malaysia 你是 Muslim 我 friend 很像 Muslim， 可是他是 Hindu 他在那边大路边吃，then 两个警察来抓他嘞，要抓他去监牢了，真的赵璇。You know what happened? He say, hey, wait. Hey, why you eating here? He show the passport to the police officer. He's non-Muslim and he's a Sikh, you know Sikh the Sikh 包头的，不是生病海通 Sikh 是那个马伊Sikh 那个印度那种包头的， so it's nothing to do with Muslim correct then they let him go. In some country are very serious, you know they stone to death one 他拿石头丢好像那个奸夫淫妇they really stone to death one that is their system Imagine the wife was being raped by the the brother-in-law or raped by a stranger, the wife may be denounced and get stoned to death. 奇怪哦，女人被强奸，女人也被 stone 的，应该是那个 rapist 被 stone to death 对吗？可是 that is their law. We cannot say. And then do you know what? If the girl married already, 她去通奸给另外一个男人哦，他们会在大庭广众鞭的，女孩子也会被鞭的 ，cane 的。I think I like this one, but cannot beat woman okay? But not to cane woman. But you say shame in front of the public can, but not cane woman. 没有听过海东？没有听过这样的？是真的哦。If you go to Indonesia, cannot. 像 for example 海东，你跟你的 boyfriend 手牵手一起走他会叫你来罚款你。你在乌节路杨相，你看到 couple kissing Malay kissing in Singapore kissing, then of course 杨相 say, can I join in? Then Yang Xiang, you must call uncle. Uncle, you want to join in or not? Wait. Not join in the kissing. I'm not interested. Can join in with me? Okay. But if you do that, Zhao Xuan and Bei Kun in Malaysia or Indonesia, you do that. In certain part of Malaysia, you do that. Or you wear those, no, 现在女孩子衣服玩到好像不够衣服穿这样的，那个布不够Bei Kun。每次他穿的衣服好像不够。最近我去 Orchard because of my store in Plaza Singapore, I see all the 衣服穿的短，好像不。Imagine you wear like that in certain part of Malaysia. Good luck to you Okay, the girls will get punished. Is that strict You know, like 海东 you come to Singapore, you see the Malays put the tudung right, 盖住他的脸，对不对？Can you imagine 这种大热天而且又是 black color, you know, in physics black absorb heat 乔信。Who is in NPCC? Who is in NPCC here? Or NCC? You know this Malaysian girl in a school they wear the tudung and the dark black color under the hot sun less than 1 hour all got heat stroke and fainted. Let's go.
The Singapore government also allow Muslim nurses to wear hijabs along with their nursing scrubs. This shows respect for the Muslim cultures and allowing them to practice their religion without restrictions. This is not the case in France. All forms of religion is forbidden to be displayed in public due to their assimilation policies. This led to many unhappy movements or demonstrations, creating general unrest and distrust for the French government among the demonstrators. This religious freedom in clothing is a result of Singapore being a mixture of different races and religion, and allowing Singaporeans to be able to practice their religion without restrictions.
I forgot to add one word, and without restriction and freely. Okay, that's more important. Now you see, Hai Tong, don't mind, I just call you Hai Tong now. The rest, I want to let you more understand the culture in Singapore. So the reason why France cannot allow, because France has a very deep-rooted history since all the way, Napoleon, right? We were Hai Tong in freeze now. So that time when Napoleon fight and conquer a lot of colonies, 拿到很多殖民地there is no way they will kowtow they will 投降 to the religions or race 他们会觉得变成第二等还是第三等公民。So if you want to come to France means you are respecting my culture, you appreciate my cultures and value, you take me as my master, so you have to follow me. Get it, Hai Tong? Well, Singapore 200 years of history is nothing. Okay, it's not belongs to Chinese at all. Okay, it belongs to the Orang Wats and other tribes people. In fact, Australia don't belongs to the Amor, you know, like Hai Tong. Actually, all the Australian peoples were staying 90% of their great grandfather are all prisoners. But because England was flooded with a lot of prisoners, they have no choice but ship all these prisoners to this island called Australia. Now you understand? So New Zealand got this place called Cook Island or Mount Cook. Cook is the Captain Cook who founded New Zealand. So New Zealand also belongs to the Maori. It doesn't belong to United Kingdom. But it happened that United Kingdoms go around the whole world saying that any country that is under the sun will be my colony. Well, then which part don't have sun? You tell me. You tell me which part got no sun. So this is true. So now you understand why when China want to expand, the other part of the world say, wow, scared. And I cannot take it. Sorry, since we are in this topic, you know, recently China was being thrown out of the democracy meeting, right? You know about this? You know about this one? Hey, please go and read now. It's very important. I feel that very offensive. And China, and who are China, North Korea, and one more country. I think Singapore also out. Go and read. I think I haven't read the message yet because I was too busy. 星辰，你有没有听到啊？今天你不是有 tuition 哦？我有跟你讲这个是吗？星辰有没有啊？今天我们有 discuss 过这个东西是吗 ？So please read this 小庆乔欣 sorry and 海东 it took away they say that China is not ready or not welcome not what call don't fit to join in the democracy meeting something like that okay so what does it mean what rights does Joe Biden has to say that and do you know that Canada and US and which one Japan boycott the Winter Olympic you know that 贝坤 you know all this 赵轩你懂吗乔欣你懂吗 This is also another, it will be possible come out in the future soft space question, SS question one. It's talking about globalization. Why are they boycotting China? Anyone can tell me? No, serious. It's a serious discussion. Why? Bei Kun.
Or maybe they are jealous.
Okay. Zhao Xuan. Chelsea.
Maybe due to the different ideology, like the Westerns have always been a capitalist, whereas like China has been somewhat communist, more of socialist.
But they now China also modified into a bit of laissez-faire. No, laissez-faire means a bit of open up to, you will learn this word laissez-faire is like more open up to free market. Okay, that's why got Taobao 嘛，对不对？Thank you. How about Yang Xiang?
Different thinking different perspective.
Okay, how about Xing Chen? Why do you think China was being thrown out? Due to what? Why was it not thrown out? Why do they not participate in the Winter Olympic? Just because of what? Xing Chen? Can you please give your comments? Xing Chen. No, your mic is not working. Okay, never mind. You type for the answer again. 清晨, you type for the answer inside the chat group. Thank you. 海彤为什么China Canada 跟其他的国家来这 but I don't care lah. Japan want to boycott, no join, don't join, I don't care lah. But why they boycott China Winter Olympic Games?
I have a question.
Yes.
Is it the next Winter Olympic, which is held in 2022?
I think soon, right? Soon to be, yes, correct, yes.
But it will be held in Beijing.
But then again is 我没有真正的懂它的那个整个过程跟来龙去脉啦。but 我这是所谓的道听途说。I yet to want to find out. I cannot anyhow say all these things. But I just hear a bit here and there. But I find it's very ridiculous, though. Okay, what is your answer?
Maybe because China is depriving their economy advantages.
哎呦，差一点，我以为你要讲说 human rights It came out in one of the questions in SS 被困 It came out once because they saying China got no human rights. What about George Floyd case? Yang Xiang, you know who is that? George Floyd, right? the Black
Black Lives Matter, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, hello, excuse me. You tell me human rights, and you guys are killing like nobody business on the street. Very funny, huh? Who are you to tell me? Seriously, just because you're the world superpower, you can do anything you want. I mean, it's like I cannot take it, all right? Anyway, I like the way you mentioned this part here. Is like this one here along with this one here. Let's remember this. And then the practice and without restriction. This is very, very important. Well done, Chelsea. And the case of the France itself, they allow to open mosques and churches or Buddhist temple or this thing. But they only allow you to practice inside the monastery, the temple, the mosque. But out of it, you can't really do that. Very funny because Haitong, France, majority of them are Catholic Christian. That means they believe in the Holy Mother Mary and Joseph, the father of Jesus. So they are very kind of Catholic, to be honest, Haitong. If you say Protestant or Methodist or other Christian, they are very staunch, 就是很 very serious. Catholic are more. Catholic got a lot of things, got the Saints Day, don't know what day. But sorry, Halloween Day, Catholic don't celebrate. Okay, Catholic people do not celebrate Halloween days. So a bit confused, because in the previous OSS textbook, we got this Catholic and Protestant in Northern Ireland. So this is also another race and religion. So children, to sum up to Qiao Xing, a very beautiful essay written, let me tell you, out of so many, I would choose religion is the most important factors that will cause 四分五裂, that will cause 团结力量. That means in English, religions can cause the break of the fabric right now, the fabric of the social, and the religion also can unite the cohesiveness of the entire community. So to me, religion is the utmost important. Okay, right? Because you are right, Chelsea, because China is a communist, and communist countries do not believe in religions. 你懂吗，海东？ right? 麻烦你哦，为什么在中国我看到有关羽庙，我为什么看到包拯的庙，我看到岳飞的庙，对不对？为什么海东？对吗？是吗？赵璇有吗？有没有被困？哦，我们还看到哪吒的庙，还有看到那个黑白无常，你懂谁是黑白无常哦 ？The Gold Catcher, right? 杨香，你懂 all these, right? Why got all these things? Since you're communist, why do we believe all these things? 还有观音庙、大伯公庙，为什么有这些玉皇大帝庙？为什么呢？还有济公啊，对吗？听过济公吗？乔欣？没有啊，那个济公是和尚啊，被困对吗？他是一个和尚，可是他吃狗肉的嘞，对吗？对哦，海东你听到吗？你听过吗 ？Okay, let me tell you. The reason is because China is deep-rooted with so many thousand years of history, and all this no doubt is a myth or legacies of God or goddess or deity. The purpose is the communist country want to reserve, in my opinion, that I think that they want to inculcate the nurture the generation that all these goddess and deities 好像那个你懂二郎神吗？二郎神 ，the one with the 那个天犬狗 the dog, he went through the hell of 18 载，他进入18层地狱，为了救他的母亲所以他变成神仙还说 ，surprise a Christian guy know all these things right? A Christian or Catholic 吗 ？I should not know all these things correct nothing related. But I thanks to 我的外公他以前你们住在大巴窑 Kim Keat 那边，你就知道在大巴窑的 Kim Keat 那边有一间庙叫做双林寺中国以来全部那些 all the migrants come to Singapore, they 吃喝俭用就是 build 这个双林寺的庙，在那个庙里面有很多不同的神。So every time when I'm young, I follow my grandfather and listen to all these stories. So it was deep-rooted to me. I thanks to my grandfather. So why I'm sharing you this because religions bring the people togetherness. So when they are 漂洋过海, the first thing they think of their religions that brought together. So with 岳飞庙 because 岳飞 is a very good general. 关羽是讲义气，包拯是讲正义。Now all these people because China's 为什么不能一代传一代的唐宋元明清 ？Is because of corruption. Is because of greed. Because of 7 deadly sins. They break away the race. China got 20 over race of few hundred race and dialects. They cannot reunite by the race, but they can one thing use the religions to motivate them to aspire them. So to me, religions I always from here I'm always to take religions. Even now I'm a Catholic. Sometimes I look at the 关公 in any HDB 那个咖啡店有拜关公 I will automatically go and bow to 关公 because I don't bow him because he's a god. I bow him, I respect him when he was alive as a humans. But people take him as a religion, as a god because he want to do good things. 明白吗，海东？ So this is the reason why religion is very important. 在香港每个警察局都拜关公。So you have to think. Sorry, I need to really inculcate because all of you here are Chinese. Okay? We need to know the roots and religions. I'm not saying that tomorrow you could become a Buddhist or Taoist or Christian. You can be an atheist. Atheists that means don't believe in any God. But you have to understand the color of your skin, the deep rooted of your blood that flows. We cannot be, now China is more than 6,000 years to be, because after the 1 century, you cannot be just 6,000 陪在你的手中的孩童。因为下一代如果不懂这些历史，不懂这种文化，不懂这种 religion 我们变成 Americanization 了，我们变成 Westernization, and that is the reason why this group of people is waiting, like a wolf hungry or like a vulture, vulture 在等你赵贤，你的赵贤海东这个赵贤肥肥胖胖很 cute 的，很多肉，在等他nhâm，在等着吃他，对吧？贝坤在等着吃他这样，所以记住这些老外讲难听是现在风水轮流转，所以轮到我们这一代，就是你这一代要做好多，真的要警惕。If you're going to screw up your generation, children, 你真的对不起你祖宗18代。知道海东 ？You realize that? So social study is you don't look like that, because sometimes your SPQ will relate to other parts of the world. So the purpose is 你要允许失言。Since you are Singaporean now, you must know who give you the piece of bread and butter and cloth when you need it most. I just received a message. I share with you for my CC. She want me to do these few questions, and it's really related to this coming budget. The budget. Thriving in a post-COVID world, strengthening our social compact to build a fairer and more inclusive home for all, preparing Singaporeans and Singapore for a greener and more sustainable future. What are the challenges and opportunities for Singaporean families, household workers, and business in post-COVID world? How can the government better prepare them to thrive and seize opportunities in the post-COVID future? That's for you, guys. Uncle Raymond 已经50多岁了，讲难听我不懂过几年了。You guys got long futures. Okay, number 2. What are some of the underserved needs and concern of the lower income, lower skill, and vulnerable groups in our society? What can be done for governments and community to partner and better support them? I can tell you that yesterday, Yang Xiang, I went to my friend's restaurant to eat. So he got another restaurant, but his restaurant is in a kopitiam. So he was cooking spaghetti on Haitong and Yang Xiang. Then this auntie came, Zhao Xian and Bei Kun and Xiao Xing. Boy, 你要好好读书嘞！你不要好好读书，你就像那个auntie这样在里面这卖面。xiao Xing，如果你是老板，你在煮面，那个小孩子的妈咪这样讲，你会怎么样？你会怎么样这样子？赵贤恐风会叫兄弟，全部跟我下来，我跟他拼了，全部拿家伙下来，我真是忍无可忍了。叫贝坤从阿摩 Q 下来，杨香从九龙下来，乔兴从无人下来，全部给我下来。I was so shocked 赵贤and 杨香 ，They say these kind of things 你不要好好读书你像那个安哥倒垃圾。 Yes, Chelsea, you want to say something? Oh, Haitong, what is this? What kind of word is this? What's wrong? Actually, she's a boss leh. She got 2 restaurants leh. Her children also my ex-student leh. Is doing very well, no. What kind of 对吗北坤? Too much, right? If I were there, I'll tell you, 小弟弟，我希望以后你不要把你妈妈放在老人院。I will say that to your face， 真的 because 有这样教的孩子他的想法就是这样，你不要笑杨香。This is a very true story I want to share. Okay, the son already grown up, did very well, got degree and do well, stay in condo. One fine day, the mother came and knocked on the door. Okay, then the wife, the daughter-in-law said, please, if you want your mom, I will divorce with you. So the son chose the wife and tell the mom, hey mom, I think you better go back. Okay, I don't think there's room for you. And excuse me, Yang Xiang, you think how? Condo, he's staying in penthouse. Penthouse. You know what is penthouse? Penthouse means got a lot of room, 对吗? A lot of room, but so 没有 room 鸡蛋糕。他叫他妈妈滚蛋他妈妈以前是丢垃圾捡那些 cardboard 的。It's not nice to say in the Zoom now. I was like, oh my gosh. You can do that, man. Okay, next question is, how can we seize green growth opportunity for a sustainable economy and future? I'm telling you guys, I was damn right now. If the government is talking about green environments, I won't be surprised, guys. Next year, you're going to see a lot of sustainability and green. Remember the COP 2026? You know the COP 26? You know, right? Haitong? Go and read now. I told you, I showed you before. Okay, please go and read out. Okay, what are your expectations of the public service in ensuring values for money in programs and activities roll out? Please share. So public service 就是我们这些公务人员怎么用到那个 public 的 fund 来用 okay, can I use the public servant, which is the government's people, who are using the money from the taxpayer money? How can we use it correctly? Are we going to build the right things, the infrastructure for the fellow citizens of Singaporeans? So you say, hi Raymond, if you have some time, please help us. So you see, Haitong, through my networking, I know all these things. If your teacher know all these things, will be good. He share with you. So now you have first-hand information. So please, Qiao Xing, Xing Chen, Zhao Xuan, Yang Xiang, Bei Kun, and Haitong, it's time to read a lot of sustainability, eco-friendly. All right. If you need more information, look for me because I'm into this business now and it's the right time. So guys, instead of doing your YouTube or gaming, start doing some. Hey, I think next year you guys, who is going for EAE? Anyone? If some of you are using EAE now, do some video about sustainability and put that into your Instagram and Facebook. It will really help, or YouTube. Trust me, that is your profile. That is your testimonial. You can, if you like programming, you can create a program about some website about programming, help children to understand better about eco-friendly. Okay. Okay, next, we talk about technology and why we need to have trust in technology. Recently, you know, there's a lot of scammer, right? Haitong and Yang Xiang. That, you know, all these technology got scammer, got hacking, and go into your system and use your password and then transfer a lot of fund. So in globalization, we need to know technology, is it 可靠吗? Very secure. Then once you have technology, then we have the teamwork. Now you see, you agree with me, Zhao Xuan and Bei Kun. When we have the best transport, but we do not have the right people to run the transport, right? You know, aeroplane got air traffic controller, right? Okay, you can land now. Imagine the team people do not do properly, the plane will be crashed, right? Then imagine the ship, when the ship send in the cargo, you do not have the right people to take the cargo, the container, also very bad, right? Zhao Xuan, 对吧? You agree, right? So this is where, if you guys are interested in logistics, it's a very big market. Okay, it's like really close to recession proof. It's a 铁饭碗的。只要新加坡有一个海港海港就是 port seaport airport. Okay, next. You see, when you have all these transactions, you need to have tax and tariff right now. You realize all the T here, Haitong. Then you need to do transaction. When transaction, you got the free trade agreement. Free trade agreement, we talk about tax and tariff. But because some countries are very anti-American, or some country the Americans embargo do not allow them to do directly to trade with them, so Singapore comes in as a middleman. 明白吗，海东？明白吗，乔欣？ Okay, as a middleman. This is where, guys, if you are very good in finance, I tell you, you can earn tons of money. But sorry, you may not have a life. Because your position are so high that every decision make is split second. Sometimes in the middle of the night, things like that. Your teacher will not share with you this. I'm just telling you that I was sharing with Xingchen. A teacher who's teaching in a school for 30 years, I respect him or her for his academic. You agree, Yang Xiang? But these teachers have not seen the real world outside. He doesn't or she doesn't know what is the real world having. Has he or she entertained a CEO before in the company? Talk to a director, board of director, 没有吗？对吗，海东？对不对，海东？ I have it. I have the chance to meet the CEO, talk to the CEO, the board of directors, do a presentation. So I'm telling you, every department in the finance department 是最畅销的。只要有公司，就一定要有 finance department。You agree 吗？被困。因为经济嘛，钱嘛，对不对？要领薪水，对不对？一定要有 finance department 的，对不对？对吗，杨香 ？So it's very important. That's why Singapore is a financial hub. Why? And because we are very anti-corruption. Next, transnational extending and operating across. So 记住新加坡跟 Southeast Asia first is bilateral. Bilateral 就是 country to country, one country to one country. Singapore to Malaysia, Singapore to China, Singapore to US. So we have talked about ASEAN. So it's regional right now. One is bilateral, regional, and the world. World, of course, is United Nations already. Now, regional, we're talking about ASEAN, which is the 10 countries. We're talking about East Timor, Brunei, Thailand, Malaysia. China is not included now. We're talking about Southeast Asia, okay? This one you must take note, Haidong, okay? Now, this is the one I have to really thank Mr. Lee Kuan Yew from the third world to the first world. Not easy, less than 50 years only. He did a great job. Not easy for a small company, for a small country to build up. I can use it example like BreadTalk. I think the best example, I still like Jack Ma's example. A lot of people say that he's very snobbish, he's very ugly, the way he talk very arrogant, the way his attitude problem. But if you look through his past record from nothing to today, I really respect this guy. He's really from a third world, from nothing. When he was being rejected many times, and he always take failure as a step of, well, never mind, I feel today, I think I will just, as long as I can breathe, I will continue to work, and I think there's a chance. And the failure bring him closer to the success of the door of, okay, and become a very famous person. So same thing. During Singapore that time, when Lee Kuan Yew go around and ask people to come to Singapore to invest, people might think that this is a swampy area. Why should I invest in this lousy country, uneducated people, no poor defense? What happened? I built my factory there, suddenly got terrorists, got people attack, the confrontation of the Indonesia. But then again, it's all about back to trust and teamwork, the first two. That time also got technology, but that technology is not like now. So you realize, I don't. You have to, no point study all these things, must relate to real example. 最重要. That is the only thing. 我跟你讲，海东，你有读 dy dx 吗？你们有读？OK， 有吗 ？Amax dy dx 还没有读
哦 ，yes。
Differentiation 有被困有你们有读大卡数sin cosine tangent。你跟我讲，你去买碗汤面。跟 Giant 的 Auntie 有没有讲 cosine tangent you see the differentiation dy dx 有吗？可以用到吗？杨夏可以用到吗？你跟他讲那个 photosynthesis 你跟他讲那个 digestive system 除非你去 hospital clinic， 你讲 my digestive system, my diaphragm, my stomach 啊 ，OK 啊，对吗 ，doctor 啊，你去那个 shopping mall security guard 讲啊，because of my diaphragm, I cannot wear my mask because I cannot breathe because of the osmosis. You say, hey, shut up, put on your mask. 对了，对了，孩童。So this is related. You seriously, Zhao Xuan, you don't use sine, cosine, tangent to go to a shopping center, to Uniqlo or to Giordano to talk to them about this kind of math. 对不对? You will go and say, excuse me, may I know, do you have this size? I'm buying for my mom's. Sorry, sir, sorry, ma'am, we don't have this size here. Well, perhaps can you check for me what about the other outlets in other store? I need this very desperately because my mom loves it so much. Right? See where can I get it. Same thing when you go to popular bookshop. You cannot find the books. You tell, sorry, I really appreciate it. You can help me to find this book. Right? Will you be nice enough to help me to search in your computer system? Things like, oh yes, sir. There's one in North Point, there's one in Jurong, and there's one in Tampines. Which one where you stay? I will quickly reserve for you. See, it's all about social study. Why? Cross-referencing, reliability of the system, comparison. 你没有想到哦，对吗？It's like that. Like this morning, I was so fed up. My store inside supposed to open at 11 o'clock. And the other boss said, sorry, Raymond, because the owner, the landlord in Plaza Singapura cannot open at this time. So I was so fed up. I went back and asked the staff. My staff was actually my ex-student. So I told, see, Kai Shen, you see, Uncle Raymond also used cross-referencing to check whether this staff say the truth or not. Whether is it true that 11 plus then open or not. But at the same time, it's not I don't trust you, Kai Shen. I just want to tell you what you learn from social study cannot imply, apply, supply, and reapply in the real life, which is we are talking about this. Ready? Transfer of knowledge. Allowed to translate into many foreign languages to get you to trade and train and work. It's not about how good your bloody infrastructure. You can build the best, the leading Pisa Tower, the Eiffel Tower, the Great Wall of China. But then again, it's not that. It's all about, I think Xing Chen will know. Okay, this morning we went through the tuition. Xing Chen will know. We did a presentation skill. So transfer of knowledge is very important when you use social study, especially this topic here. The globalization is a very, not dry, it's a very huge circumference. The spheres that you learn, because ultimately, trust me, you can forget about chapter 1, issue 1 and 2, but when you go all the way to university and come out to work, this chapter 8, 9, 10, and 11 is really all the way on. I have to agree that this topic is very good. Well, the first two issue 1 and 2 Qiao Xing, is very propaganda. It's to make people to love Singapore. It's WTF. To be honest, seriously, it's GG and CB, or even you can call CCB, whatever B you call. But then again, no choice, Qiao Xing. You know why? I think that day I told you, right? Some of my students don't even know. I don't know. Don't scare me. Don't even know what is 种子. Yang Xiang, 你懂种子? Did I ask you this question before that day? Right? 种子嘞，你懂种子的来源怎么来的吗？You see? 贝姑，你看，赵轩，你懂粽子怎么来的吗？是因为岳飞死掉，然后我们吃粽子，对吗 ？Yeah, oh my God, 乔欣 you see another guy, yeah. 对啊，海通，其实不是，是因为他们喜欢揉，要不然后他丢那个粽子进去的呀。就是因为屈原死掉，为了爱国精神奔入那个 cliff。为了他看到他的国王要跟一个 enemy collaborate， 对吗？乔欣，他掉进而死，但每个人民感动了，哇！他们全部包那个粽子丢在那个河里面 ，to prevent all the sea creature to eat this very faithful, loyal, trustworthy subject of the minister to preserve the, and then the dragon boat to go through the river is to scare off all the sea creatures. And today we eat 巴掌粽子。It's not because for the sake of marketing, but very smart, you see. People use marketing as 粽子 to become a business. But at the same time, one stone kill three birds. First, you retain the original history of 粽子. Second, you can do business. Third, you fill our stomach. You tell me which race Is it back to religion again? 拜吗？吃盐是可以拜的，对吗？但你懂那个油条怎么来的吗？油条就是因为要炸那个勤快，为了它因为害死岳飞。为什么有中秋节呢？中秋节其实不是嫦娥哈。There's another story talk about the Yan dynasty 燕朝，因为呢那个明朝要 get rid of the Yan dynasty， 就是那个蒙古，所以他们把那个字条放在那个饼里面，在15的月亮 bright 的时候，他们就可以动武get rid of the Mongolia. At that time, during the Mongolian dynasty, nobody is supposed to have a weapon at home. Only the butcher has certain knife. If you found that any long knife or butcher knife or very sword, your head will be gone. So that is how 太极张三丰 came out 太极拳 to fight against the Mongolia wrestler. Transfer of knowledge. Okay, use it. True or not, Chelsea? You know about this story? Well done, man. Very proud of you. Yang Xiang, you learned something today, so when people tell you 一粽子是去McDonald's， 你这样欠扁啊 It's very insulting 嘞，被困。If you do that means you are relating to American， 我真的是会扁他那个人的。It's true, this is my culture. Excuse me. 这个粽子是我感谢，因为忠心报国嘞。Because of these people, that's why he saved the roots of us, the next many generations to come. Don't take this lightly, please, for goodness sake, okay? Because I'm very, very disappointed when this generations all of you do not know the roots of the cultures and the religions and ways of us. I feel very, very, to be honest, very disappointed. One word to describe, okay? Wait, cannot, sorry. I think something wrong with my screen. Give me a minute. Okay, now let's go to this one, a very important one. Okay, ready? Please write down. Okay, come. You pay attention. Now let's go back to, okay, this one we've done. Next week we'll talk about it. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's do about extract one. Get ready your pen and paper. Okay. This one we done already. How else can technological advance in Singapore? Advancement in Singapore. That is the first question here, right, my dear children? How else can technology, right? Correct. This is the O-level questions. So the first questions are, remember, Yang Xiang taxi, when is the timeline? Who is the audience? Explain the issue. So technological advancement has changed the way in which we access information. So last time we used letter, we use fax. Now we use email, we use WhatsApp. The speed is very important. Ready? Take note, please pay attention. Xing Chen, okay, I know you're listening. Please pay attention. First, the city-state, why not somebody read? Then explain. Zhao Xuan.
The city-state is steadily flexing its standing as Asia's technology capital. Yes. Singapore is truly a smart city, and here are 7 technological advancements that prove this notion.
I don't want to get credit for this one. I went to internet to search for really a few hours. I got this. Sorry, Xing Chen, I just saw your message. It's a deprivation of human life from Google. Yes, this is the one. Please take note. This one may come up in one of your SS questions. You saw Xing Chen sent to, Xing Chen, you sent to me only. Okay, please take note of this one. This one, yes. Okay, Xiaoxing, take note of this one. It's very important. Okay, thank you. Zhao Xuan, ready? First one, self-driving cars.
The concept of self-driving cars has existed for decades, fascinating the minds of science fiction lovers. Singapore is going to turn this dream into reality by introducing the world's
I like the
first
way you
driverless.
pronounce. Excuse me. One more time. Can you read this word, please?
Which one?
Yeah?
Reality.
Well done. Sometimes I cannot pronounce this word well. I'm not sarcastic. Well read. Thank you, Carol.
By introducing the world's first driverless taxi system. It might be odd for a foreigner to enter a car and realize there is no driver in there. Yet, Singaporeans are steadily getting used to this technological miracle.
海彤，我跟你讲过是吗？好像我第一堂课你那时来 come in the extra lesson 哦。We must think far, think high, think deep, and think what is left behind that we cannot continue. Singapore is doing this. I haven't finished Zhao Xuan, hold on. So Haitong, you see, Singapore are doing this and it's like things that is not possible. Yeah, Haitong, do you know that when Lee Kuan Yew want to build MRT, people keep saying that it's not possible, no good, no? We earn a lot of money, but not really old, but we have enough money to build MRT. Today, you see, MRT is part and parcel of every Singaporean's life. Like those past few days where I go to Plaza Singapura, I have a car, I don't even bother to drive. I took a train with my wife, my children there, vice versa, to and fro. I practice eco-friendly. Carry on.
There are plans to introduce driverless cars that people can book using their smartphones. What is more, the government expects to release driverless buses by 2022. Those vehicles are going to become an inherent part of streets and public transport in areas such as Punggol, Jurong, and Tengah. Self-driving cars will significantly contribute to infrastructure development and to Singapore becoming a smart city.
Can you type the word, the country? Have you heard of Luxembourg before? Anyone?
No.
You are? Luxembourg is the smallest country in Europe. Can somebody type? I'm lazy to type. Chelsea, can you type for me? Luxembourg. Luxembourg, Zhao Xuan, and I don't think Luxembourg is the smallest country in Europe, but one of the richest country in Europe. And I'm not mistaken, they are the one who started this kind of things because of their population size. Okay, Luxembourg in Europe, very small country, but the one of the richest in the world. Surprisingly, So I won't be surprised when the SPQ come out, Pei Kun and Yang Xiang, they might come out Tesla in Singapore. So take note, okay, this might be a future call for your poly or JC or even your uni. Back to you, Yang Xiang.
I read this one.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hiring robotic police. Though Singapore's crime rates are already some of the lowest in the world, the implementation of technologies into police performance creates even more troubles for criminals. Last year, the Singapore Police Force started using special drones to conduct aerial searches. Quadcopters can reach heights. Is it heights, right, of 60 meters. Engineers equip them with powerful sirens and a searchlight that is 10 times more powerful than car headlights. Besides, the ground space is also now patrolled by bots during special public events. They are completely autonomous and use pre-planned paths to navigate. Since bots are equipped with cameras, they open possibilities for remote surveillance.
You know, thank you, Yang Xiang. You know, Uncle Raymond, when I'm doing my police duty beginning, where I do my police duty in my division, so got this thing called the e-kiosk. So when people lost their wallets, they can come and when people found a wallet or found a handphone or want to report some cases, they can go in, and this is like something a robot, a e-kiosk, then type in your IC, scan your IC, then you can say, I found a wallet in street where, what wallet inside, what is the content of the wallet. And once you're done, you put inside a Ziploc bag, then put it inside to the machines, and then the machine will close and pump. Then it'll give you a printout of this. Last time, you have to go to the counter and talk to a real human policeman. Sir, I found a wallet. Then the policeman will take a paper. May I have your IC, please? Then write, what's your name, handphone number? What? Oh, you found a wallet. Okay, witness, take, go. So we find that this is quite, seriously, Yang Xiang, you pay a policeman to sit down and talk to public, very weird. So a policeman should be on the street to patrol, right? 对吗, Chelsea? Agree, right? You disagree? At first, I also disagree before I policeman. I say, you please, why you do all these things? But you have to understand, Yang Xiang and Bei Kun and Zhao Xuan and Hai Tong. 30 years ago, if you introduce an e-kiosk, ask them, what is your name, what is this? 哎，我没有读书嘞，我不会看英文字嘞。啊，有人可以帮我吗？我按什么啊？跟他讲，我不会看华文字嘞，我怎么按？我都没有 scanner 啊。Last time got no scanner, got no the high technology， 明白吗，杨生 ？So you have to go in, Uncle， 你在哪里找到那个钱包 ？Sometimes you have to type apa Encik ada sini apa你masuk 啊，马来话。那你讲印度话，那有些讲福建话，讲廣東話，你邊度揾到㗎？交多錢啊？喺邊度啊？你叫咩名啊？ You see? But now you don't see this older people's. Okay, we still have policemen to man. Okay, if you really cannot use the e-kiosk, the computer robots, you still can go and visit a neighborhood or where got human beings to talk to. You see, it's not totally out. But I can tell you, in 50 years' time, when my generation on bye-bye, no more, your generations are mostly educated. You see, if those who are not educated during this generation, they are very, very hard to survive. You know why? Because we're going to do this. Back to you, Bei Kun.
As a core element of Singapore's vision of future life, HDB Smart Enabled Home Initiative aims to advance daily living by making homes smarter and cooler. Today, every Singaporean can make their home smart by installing devices and applications in a smart enabled home. Our utilities management system not only helps you to stay calm and be sure that you have turned the tap or light off, but it also allows you to lower utility bills. There's also an elderly monitoring system that uses sensors and alerts to monitor the well-being of elderly relatives when they are home alone.
Exactly. When your parents are staying with you next time when they're old, exactly when you're maid at home, you make sure your maids don't torture your sorry, I keep my word, not maid. When your helpers at home, you make sure your helpers don't torture your elderly parents or your children's or your dog, whatever. Surprising dog also can torture your pets. I heard that. Okay. So this is where the smart home, Bei Kun, you agree with me? If you do not have the knowledge to operate these applications on your handphones, and do you agree that your grandparents may not be well educated enough? Some of them are very educated. Like my mom who's also educated, but she doesn't like to use handphone because she don't like using apps. So too bad 咯，她会被淘汰，对吗，海东？一定的吗？所以你这一个年代如果没有人会用 handphone 跟 computer 完蛋了，他是真的慢慢会被淘汰。Got phobia already. So to implement artificial intelligence during this your era is going to be a norm. But 很惨因为我们这一代就是你 daddy 妈咪跟我这一代我们会夹住because we are also a bit of IT savvy, but because of the advancement too fast like recently my wife got an iPhone my son and daughter know how to download all the things we have to pay someone to download her applications and spend about $40. You see? But whereas my children pay FOC 自己做。海彤，你看。But at least we know the channel. What happen? 你的爷爷奶奶买一个 iPhone， 他不会用怎么办？你就算给他最好的 technology， 不可能的。So smart home it's going to be reality. Like guys, I think this is the world is going to be an oyster. 你不要好好用这个机会丁你真的很笨的。Smart Street, you remember recently Okay, Chelsea. Sorry the rest you can read on later on. I just want to go quickly on that. Okay, Chelsea.
Smart streets. Singapore is currently aiming to make its streets smarter by installing lampposts that can lighten up avenues while brightening the city's technological future. Those new lamps are equipped with sensors and analytics systems. With the help of sensors, it can be possible to monitor environmental changes such as temperature, rainfall, and humidity. Besides, there will also be noise sensors that can react to loud noises like someone screaming or a car crash. Moreover, the plan is to equip the lamps with face recognition sensors to promote the safety of Singaporean streets.
My sister-in-law told me in China, If you walk in any city, they got this camera that can capture every single human being on the street. Who go and litter, who can steal, who can rob, who can molest, who can do anything. Every single one. China city reality is happening in China. China was the first one to do pay 宝，pay what 啊？那个红包对吗？ They are so advanced than Singapore no. Last time they say 中国佬真的是哇没有用啊，笨还是什么？他说哇，我去新加坡看到那个墙壁可以吐钱出来啊 ，ATM， 因为它是剩下了，乔信 you laugh right？ 墙壁可以吐钱出来，他按了几下，全部钱出来。咱们在中国没有啊，现在中国不用 ATM 了，中国用 handphone 了 ，high tech 啊，笑什么笑 ？Who is laughing now？ 新加坡人不用 show off 的，对吗？一山自有一山高的。I'm a Singaporean. I always say I believe in humble is the best way. Agree on Haitong, right? You never know. 风水轮流转 and it's true. You don't believe Yang Xiang and Bei Kun and Zhao Jie. You go to the street now. You can see some Bangladesh worker or Indian worker will change a lamp pole, and it's really energy saving. The government is doing that. So please, make this year now, anything you come across any green environments, eco-friendly things, start reading on. Start picking up and find interesting sentences of it, share with us and put it inside, all right? Thank you. Who else have I read? Yang Xiang, you read already? Hai Tong.
Recently, Singapore introduced robotic staff into the workforce. There are 488 robots per 10,000 employees in Singapore, and in these terms, it is the second most advanced country in the world after South Korea. Industrial robots usually perform minor tasks like fetching and returning service items, but this little change makes the workplace look much more futuristic than even before.
Than ever before. So guys, hold on. So guys, if you are going for EAE, you are very good in the mathematics and programming or some D&T stuff. You are start to do some of this example now, and for possible, you can download some YouTube to give advice to younger children how to do a simple robotics things like that to add into your testimony, your profile to entrance for EAE. Who knows? Okay, once you get into poly or JC, when you go to university, you might have using this. You say, oh, since let's say now it's the year 2029 or 2025, when you're about to go to your university, you can say since 2021, I really started doing all these things. So you can see, dear sir and ma'am, my passion is there. I've been using it for so many years. So it will be a waste if you don't allow me to come into this faculty in this university, because I will really do for it. I enjoy every single bit of it. 所谓百闻不如一见，当他们看到你的作品，你们的爱，你们的 passion into this. As an interviewer myself, an examiner myself, I will definitely take you in because it shows your commitment and your creativity. Right? So read the rest of that. Don't mind. So next one, cashless payments. We talked about it already. This is nothing new. They got this all these things. Don't worry. I will put this in the Google Classroom or the next lesson. Okay, right? So merging with virtual reality. Yes, this is very important, especially in hospital. Right? In hospital, in some of the very dangerous occupations or missions, like in the SAF, Singapore Army Force, Singapore Armed Forces, or the Navy, or the Air Force. I'm not sure because Air Force, I was in the Air Force in the Armed Force during my NS time. I'm not in the Navy, but I know Navy, they do the in deep sea, they use the virtual for whatever purpose. So Singapore Smart City final thoughts. Okay, you go and read out. So Google search, how can this, okay, do you think the growth of MSC is more important? So this one I will share with you the next round. Now this is the one very important. See, Uncle Raymond came out some ideas with you guys, okay? I expect you to help me at least fill in the answer lah. I've been waiting for your answer for so long. You know, I don't like to chase you for answer. So please. Now, first of all, what is the difference from MNC and transportation, guys? If you're not going to do it and submit, I'm fine, but you're going to regret. Because when school reopen, sure this question, I told, not 100%, 90% to 99% will come out. Confirm on 赵轩 and 贝布一定会出的。如果你们现在只是看读算了Sorry，Whereas 你看乔欣 and 海彤有写，星辰你不要看到这样，他也是有写的哈。OK，right。So Yang Xiang and Zhao Xuan and Bei Kun, it's really you have to submit your homework. Then I can see and evaluate and test out on you. First, foreign investment is important. A good public transport is important. Then I further elaborate. On this. Okay, then I move on. Don't mind. I just only put. Okay, of course, don't do like that lah. You have to write in the proper don't mind. I move on. Okay, how come this? Okay, this screen is what? You see, I move out here. You have to answer this, my dear. Here, this question. Remember, Yang Xiang, this question. Which one? You have to weigh. Remember the 8 marks. So I just give you a head start because so far nobody handing the homework. So might as well I start to give you some idea how to start. Okay. Some of the answer I have to admit I copy from some other page. I put it in, I get modified here and there. Okay. So MNC can attract more people due to popularity and job opportunity. It's true 对吗？海彤，你来新加坡是因为有不只是我们这边的华人同胞比较多种语言，然后没有排斥我们的 race 对吧 ？That's why you come here。而且最重要一点不是anti-race or xenophobia 啦，海彤。一个最重要的一点就是平安You come here for safety， 对不对？ Now imagine your parents were to put you 海彤 in New York. Do you think 8 o'clock you dare to go downstairs and buy McDonald's? You dare to go no? Chao Xing, will you dare to go? Yang Xiang, will you dare to go if you're staying in New York? You dare not, Chao Xing? If you're staying in New York, 8 o'clock, you will dare to go down and buy things? I tell you, when I was studying in England, okay, I kiasu, I buy everything I cook inside my hostel. Then my friend very brave. Wow, all of them go and chong and drink. Guess what? One of them got pickpocket. Hey, I coward. Sometimes I can't see it's good. Very good. I can't see it's good. Poster. Okay. But you know what? I save out the money to buy something for my elder son. That time was, you heard of Teletubby? You heard of Teletubby 了？乔欣有听过吗？乔欣假笑，但每次玩的。I bought that in London. It cost me a bomb. Okay, I saved the money for my elder son because 我是半工半读的。Okay, yeah, all right. So, 海彤 you come to Singapore because it's safe, right? 对不对？来，海彤 are you there? Hello, 海彤 you frozen 了。Thanks, Chelsea Luxembourg. Thank you. Hey, I thought the Luxembourg is a B-E-R-G, is it? It's B-E-R-G. Okay, Yang Xiang, you see that development transport enable more passengers to travel. So you see, Singapore that time, you look at the extract, they say MNC come in first. Singapore that time the transport is like shit like that, so lousy one, Yang Xiang, very bad. But because at that time, because after the war, everyone start to develop things, so people need production. Okay, so 海彤 wait,海彤 so Yang Xiang 你明白吗？ So MNC at that time in Singapore important, but now Singapore MNC are important. They come is because of our transport system, our technology. 海彤 are you there? Hello, 海彤 you frozen again. 星辰 thumbs up if you can hear me. So okay, thank you. 赵轩明白吗？ So 你要选的时候，当你要做这个功课的时候 ，Okay, that's a quick one. Which one do you choose? After I give you some idea, let's start with 赵轩. Which one will you choose? Do you think multinational is important or transport is important?
I think the transportation.
It's important.
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
Because I think that right, you need a good transportation for like effective transport of goods around the country.
哇，你终于用到那个 effect, effective, efficient equal excellent. Well done. Yes, good. Very good. No, 正。你要用 right 词对。You say, because transport is very good because it helps Singapore. But you add the word effective 就不一样了。That means they know the quality check of the transport to make sure that the cargo goods will go to Africa, means Africa, not go to another place. Okay, Haitong, can you hear me?
Yes.
Haitong, just now you missed out. Why you choose?
Disconnected.
Yeah, I know, but it's okay. Haitong, you know why you come to choose Singapore? Because most important thing is that you will you go out at 8 o'clock in New York or 10 o'clock to certain part of China, or even to, I think now China's are not so bad. Okay, when I was in Beijing, I still, in the year 2000, I was there, and then a few years later, I was in Beijing also. I don't feel so bad, because I work until quite late. Then I walk back, from the office to my hotel, I walk back. Then my colleague say, 为什么你不要坐公车还是叫那个德士？我说不用啊，走马看花。So if you stay in New York or stay in say London, 8 plus, do you dare to go out? Singapore 8 plus, do you dare to go out? Do you dare to go downstairs and buy things? Why? No, seriously, why?
Safety and security.
Got a lot of cameras, then 会手腕相助，对吗？我们这边会手腕相助，对不对？你那边手腕是个屁呀，手什么腕相助？他看到我们的皮肤这么美，都要抢劫了So you get an idea, you have to understand the different needs here. The reason is that we have, you see, MNC coming, you're right, Zhao Xuan. MNC coming because not just transportation, the infrastructures is very important. First, Bei Kun, do you agree? 新加坡没有 natural disaster, 对吗？有没有海啸？有没有 earthquake？ Bei Kun，有啊，有海啸，有 earthquake 啊。Oh my gosh, you seriously？ 有 natural disaster 吗？没有，对吗？Bei Kun，没有对吗？对哦，我不懂你在看你的 computer 还是看你的 handphone 还是看你的 girlfriend 的 photo， 不用紧，我现在跟你讲because of this infrastructure and good transportation system, we know that 所谓的 when you have all these things, 海彤 and all of you listen carefully, 杨香 is because Singapore is 丰衣足食. That means everyone is in a what? Economic status. Remember social economic status? 听过Everyone got higher income, lower income, middle income. 明白吗？明白吗，海东？ Are you there? No, you understand what I'm saying? Whereas in New York is different. In London, there are a lot of beggars, got a lot of people sleeping homeless. 明白吗？ So 他们是无家可归 ，OK？ 所谓的烂命一条 ，so they don't mind. Most of them are drug addicts. So you see, such a developed countries, yes, got also social problem. Singapore also a developed country, but we built the transport and infrastructure and technology so good. That is why people like you want to come to Singapore, because you see here, you don't make profit here, Haitong. You're not ready to make profit. Your profit is what? Because you come here, you know you have a peace of mind. Okay, you're able to concentrate and fulfill to complete your journey as a student and complete your educations and get a good certifications to get a good job, whether in Singapore, in other part, but knowing that this is a place where it's a very profitable, you're investing your innovative and your investment, your time to able to sustain here for longer generations, and hopefully that this government will hope and pray that you don't go away because we train you so well. I told 小心不要等一下忘恩负义，你 give up your citizenship and then 去别的国家去做工还是移民 but that can't help. That's why we got brain drain. Singapore only depend on you, all of you. So same China got 1.4 billion population. They still think every Chinese are important to come back to help China. That's why recently China, Bei Kun, they say that if you want to have China citizenship, you better give up the other citizenship, right? You cannot have dual citizenship, correct? Now you know why? identity is important. Back to issue 1. Okay? Have you all read this already? Okay, I will put this for the lesson 29, Ken. That I expect you guys to get this idea. So next Sunday, I'm flying off already. Yeah. After today's lesson, I'm flying off already. Chelsea. Yeah, I'm flying off. Chelsea, don't tell them I'm flying off for staycation in Orchard Road. Shh. You thought I fly off to other country, Yang Xiang? 我没有这么 I'm flying off means I'm away from this teaching for a while. So my first lesson to start off will be next Sunday with all of you. But during my vacations, I will still turn on my laptop and I will still make sure that you guys will hand in your homework, please. If you can, at least do something. If you cannot write the full essay, at least at some point form, 对吗，杨相？
Joe, at that time I never take down your phone number.
Oh, never mind. Come. I give you now.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Okay, 98515 and my email. All right. Okay.